I hope we're live. Hopefully,
Yes,
well,
you
on
are.
my mobile, it doesn't display.
You are live.
Are we?
Yes, you are.
Hello. Now let me make this silent so it doesn't bother us. Well, that doesn't sound good.
What are you doing?
Really? I'm getting ads?
There are so many reasons that people love to play Candy Crush. If you haven't tried Candy Crush yet, download the game.
Can you shut up?
Download the game.
Can you shut up?
Download the game.
Can you shut up? I'm hearing my curses times 3. Hi guys. I had trouble getting access to the live stream from my mobile. So how are you? Hello from the Season of Ghosts camp. Although it's not a camp. It's our house. From our base, maybe. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning if you're in Japan or Australia. And yeah, we are here again. Let me see the live chat, what you're doing. Welcome, everyone.
Oh, fuck off, everyone.
Fuck off, everyone?
One of the two.
I don't think so.
One of the two.
Welcome, everyone, not fuck off, everyone.
One of the two.
One of the two, depending who you are.
What you like? How was the boba, by the way?
The boba was amazing.
You said it's like the standard one.
Well, it's not like the industrialized Japanese milk tea, obviously.
Of course, you don't put chemicals inside.
Yeah, you don't put chemicals inside, but don't get offended if I tell you that it's not that
Okay,
flavor.
you know what? Piss off.
He has been trying to teach himself how to do milk tea, like the Japanese type of miruku tea, not the Western milk tea, like we make a black tea with milk. There is a very specific recipe that they do in Japan. Sir Lipton.
Yeah, Sir Lipton doesn't put chemicals. It tastes like the one I made home.
I'm talking. Sir Lipton, the one that went on to create the Lipton tea empire. Once upon a time, apparently he was in Japan. I don't remember when exactly.
Hello.
I think in the 70s. I don't remember. I don't want to say bullshit. So he was in Osaka specifically, and he went to he made a coffee shop, and he created a new thing that was the milk tea. What?
Too much light.
He created the milk tea recipe that the Japanese grew to love a lot. So it's kind of a tradition of Osaka. So they have a very specific type of chemical that they add to anything that is milk tea flavor in Japan. And I personally really, really like. So because Sam also likes it, he's been hell-bent on trying to imitate the taste, but obviously it's not possible unless you add that specific chemical. You kind of nail it, but it still tastes like homemade, which is fine. But he gets offended, he asks me, now I nailed it. No, now I nailed it. And I'm like,
I nailed it.
I mean, it definitely sounds, smells, tastes homemade.
Okay.
It's not that.
Okay.
And then he gets offended, and now he gets offended again.
Okay.
Why are you getting offended?
Okay, Sophia, that's it.
Do you want me to say lies?
I'm done.
Do you want me to say lies? I mean, I can bring the...
Do you want another ball on your face?
Another ball?
Yeah.
What ball?
Like last week.
No, thank you. Because people, they were curious and they were worried, and they kept messaging me afterwards. By the way, my head is okay. Hopefully,
she's fine.
Hopefully, it's not gonna leave a scar. Last week, I had a star shape.
Well, look how long she's gonna take it.
People who do shit do not also get to bully the victim on top of everything they did. At least stay silent. Oh, Panagia mu. I mean, I'm trying to keep people updated, and you're not even allowing me to finish the sentence.
Okay.
What kind of peasant are you?
A peasant?
Anyway, I had a star-shaped hole in my head, but Hopefully it was tiny, so probably my skin is gonna cover it. And yeah, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Let me see what you guys are saying. By the way, welcome to everyone who just joined.
Hello, everyone.
I apologize. Do you hear and see us correctly? I didn't check with you.
Of course, they're seeing us okay. I see it as okay there, so they are seeing us okay.
Yeah, Japanese milk tea flavor, anything, is one of my favorite things in the world.
Yeah.
I really love the milk tea, the way they sell it bottled, because they sell it ready made in bottles.
Yeah, but
And
it's chemical.
it's incredibly well, you accept it. You do not incorporate it into your diet as your main food. You know, it's a treat, and from time to time you can have it.
Fine.
And every other time you can make it at home, completely natural.
When we went to the Lipton
Cafe,
it was exactly the way I made it home.
Yeah.
So that's nailed. I'm aiming at that one, not the chemical.
That's
because the chemical, I cannot pee chemicals inside.
No, you cannot.
There you go.
So when we went to the Lipton Cafe in Osaka, I think it was in Dotonbori.
Wherever.
I don't remember. I think it was in Dotonbori.
Yeah.
So that's somewhere central in Osaka. They boiled. They even had instructions in the leaflet on how to make it at home, which I gladly took.
Manny. Ciao puta. Manny. Ciao puta. She's completely sleeping.
She's
Manny,
absorbed.
nene.
She's absorbed.
come.
Sam, show us your T-shirt.
It's a T-shirt.
You have to go there and show them your
But you
T-shirt.
can see it from here. It's my brother-in-law's band, Walking Stone Giants.
That's my brother.
It's actually a cool band, guys.
Can you see us okay? Yeah, Paul, I can definitely see the chats, the live chat, and monitor the situation here. I miss Jido Hambaiki. Oh my god.
What's that?
Jido Hambaiki, it's the automatic dispensers in Japan that you put the coin and you get warm beverages or cold, but you can also get warm, and it's like you can in the same automatic dispenser you can get both hot and cold drinks depending on which button you choose, and it's so wonderful because you have such a wide selection and every corner has a different one.
Wait, last time I got shit.
What?
It tricked me.
Yeti?
It didn't give me, my drink. And I got so pissed I started kicking the machine.
What?
And I got 2 drinks afterwards.
What? I have no recollection of that. Are you saying bullshit?
We were going to Disneyland.
Okay, and what happened?
I put my coin and the drink didn't come down. And then...
I didn't come down at all. It stuck. Okay, and?
Then I got pissed.
Okay.
Because supposedly in Japan everything
works. Japan is the perfect
Usually, in Japan, usually everything works.
It didn't.
Usually.
It didn't.
Okay,
so
it didn't.
I started kicking the machine and then my drink came down.
Okay, sometimes it needs a bit of positive reinforcement. It's a machine. It's a machine. It cannot be perfect.
With a bit of visualization from the West, I got 2 drinks.
And the funny thing is that in the West, we are never going to have this level and quantity or quality of automatic dispensers for the simple reason that people go and loot them, break them, and in general vandalize them.
Why do I fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? Why do I need...
I've heard horror stories.
Why do I need...
Listen to me. I've heard many horror stories and I've read articles about it. Why the West can never adopt this level of automatic dispensers, because they are being looted, vandalized, and otherwise mistreated in every possible way.
Trudy, I need a massage in my head.
if left
My nervous
unattended.
system. Lady,
So
come.
it can work inside a
Here.
mall,
I
but
need a
it cannot work inside the neighborhood, like let's say downstairs, because we both know that if they install it in, let's say, a week or something, a bunch of junkies are gonna come and take the entire thing and take it home or something.
But doesn't need a warm drink on the street, Sophia. It's a
I
thing you do in
need
Japan.
it, especially if you have long. Think about London. Don't think about Reading. That here that we are a fucking village.
Listen,
Think about London. Think
Claudia,
about
there are convenience stores 24/7. Go there and get your warm drink.
how about I don't want to go inside a shop and I want to spend exactly 5 seconds pushing, inserting the coin, getting my drink, get the fuck out. It's incredible. You don't have to do with people. You don't have to wait in a queue. You don't have to do anything. It's just that it doesn't work in the West because
How about fucking saving the fucking money and not the consumption? We're not the country of consuming money.
what did you say? I remember you in Japan getting drinks from the automatic machines twice a day.
Exactly, because I'm on holidays
You
and I
thought-
want to spend money.
You thoroughly enjoyed it instead.
Because I'm on holidays and I like doing like this with my money.
You know,
When I'm in the West, I like putting my money in my pocket or in my bank.
the topic
Cheers.
we're discussing is the existence or not of the automatic machines, not the moral context of consumerism.
They're useless.
It's out of topic. And whether a person wants to get his drink or not is none of your business. We are speaking about why it will never catch up in the West.
Okay.
And why they exist in Japan, and we miss it. The people that we're familiar
Now we
with,
go.
we miss it.
We go West bad, Asia good. Oh. Are you happy?
No, because nobody said Asia good, West bad. There are definitely good aspects in Asia and bad aspects in Asia. The same thing counts for the West. I mean, it depends on what good and what bad, and my answer will change.
Yeah.
So,
Like frying, a live paws of bears. Let's not get me started.
That's absolutely disgusting, but that's not Japan, that's China.
Yeah. Or, eating fugu, and getting numb lips.
Eating fugu, yeah, the Japanese are doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get me started. I can get very petty.
Bodo.
Yeah.
Bo.
So it's better if you stop it with your machines. Yeah.
There's a couple of
I can be very petty.
COVID-19 self-testing kit vending machine in Japan as well. Really? That would have been amazing. And how much does it cost to get one? Like, is it how many thousands of yen?
Yeah. Very curious.
That would be incredible.
Very nice. That's why their numbers are growing very fast in the report on the Corona Tracker.
Can you calm down? Right?
I am very calm.
Yeah. And you should be a bit calmer.
Very realistic. I'm very honest. This is my assertiveness.
Is this your assertiveness?
Yes.
Well, it certainly needs more work. I want to go to Japan. You and me both.
Yeah. Take a train and go.
If I could, I would.
Well, after the vaccine, people can start traveling again.
So what exactly is different between these machines and, say, a vending machine? JC, there are a few differences. Usually when we have vending machines in the West, they have a selection of either snacks or cold drinks. The ones in Japan, they can range from completely normal, but the fantastic thing is that it's very usual to find both hot and cold drinks in the same machine. And they can go, there are certain vending machines that sell like very quirky stuff, like ramen, or I don't know, certain packaged meals, like hot meals that are prepared, and other weirder stuff that I wouldn't like to go into right now. But the vending machine culture in Japan is very widespread, and I've never personally heard that they were vandalized, or they treat them with respect.
Yeah.
Also because the police there is no joke. If they catch you, yeah,
Yeah, unless you ask
no mercy.
Unless you ask them for where is the street, and then they panic.
You can even buy underwear from such a machine. Used teenager underwear, may I add. Oh, 3,500 yen. That's like 30 euros,
Yeah.
which is super cheap. That's fucking nice, actually. Now that's a vending machine that would be amazing.
Mhm.
Sophia, let's go together. That would be
Yeah.
that would be incredible. When
Take care, please.
really,
Get out of here.
really,
Get out of here.
and what are you gonna do once I'm gone?
Read books, work, make music.
Okay, maybe I should give you some space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Since you appreciate my presence so much. Oh my god.
Assertiveness.
With a focus on ass. You're just being an ass. You're not being assertive. Okay, just
Sophia, that's assertiveness. Focusing on being realistic on things.
by distributing insults to everyone and
There is
everything.
not any insult. That's realisticness.
Realisticness? What kind of English is that?
That's being realistic.
English-ish.
Yeah, that's being realistic. Live with it.
Yeah,
Or
by
live it.
distributing insults to everyone.
It's not insult.
There
Yeah.
is.
You get offended, drink vinegar.
Look, if you're behaving in an abusive way, you only prove,
Abusive.
yeah, this is abusive. You just prove to the world that you're a narcissist by also shaming the victim and calling them, oh, you're too sensitive. It's like, how about you snip your tongue and you say what you want to say, but in a more respectful way?
I said what I wanted to say.
Yeah, but you
That
didn't
was
say
my
it
sensitive
in
way of
any
saying it.
respectful way.
What? I just said that.
Enough.
Stop. I didn't say you piece of shit. I just said
This is not the only way to offend someone. You don't need to curse someone to offend them.
I didn't offend. I just said very politely.
I guess it's up to the others to decide
I
whether
said
you
very
offended them.
politely piercing someone.
Yeah,
This is
piercing someone politely. If this is polite,
Sorry.
the writers of the Savoir Vivre are going to be turning in their graves.
This is how you send a message to the world.
That you're a dickhead. My God.
Doesn't matter.
How many brothers or sisters do you both have? I have 2 younger brothers, and they are twins.
I have one older sister, 7 years older.
7.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Sam will do live streams on his own. Maybe.
I will.
Paul says I'm offended. Paul, we will post you a glass of vinegar, which is the national drink that all offended people are drinking in Greece. We say, are you offended? Here's some vinegar to
If you want to be offended,
gargle it down.
I'm so sorry for you.
So
Maybe I'm not.
So how have you guys been? I'm definitely trying to contain myself because I'm trying not to.
Why are you containing yourself?
Emotionally and mentally, I'm trying to contain myself because sadly, being on the internet exposes you to various risks.
And threats?
For example, I go to do my job. I go to post something on Twitter and I see the Twitter trends. I see bullshit that people are saying and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, humanity is stupid, and I get pissed off and I'm like, there is no meaning bothering with he said, she said, they said, blah, 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 blah.
She said, I'm sorry.
So I'm trying to stay away from
And
it, but
I
at the same
don't
time,
care.
I cannot keep myself 100% out of this shit.
All together.
So I'm hoping that you can shield yourself in a better way, because honestly, in this kind of fights, like either politics or especially internet fights, you cannot win.
Keyboard warriors. We live in
and
the
exactly
world of
because
keyboard warriors.
we are living in the era of keyboard warriors.
Don't be a keyboard warrior, guys.
You can never win an argument for whatever you say, either you're right, left, north, south. There will be some internet troll that will troll you to death, and I mean it's something that you're just gonna waste your life, and that's
Just go out in the open like I'm doing. Say what you want to say, and that's it. Show your face, and don't be a keyboard warrior. Don't be a pussy.
If you want to insult someone, insult them in their face.
Yeah,
Don't be.
just get an argument out. Have the balls. Get the stance. Know where you're standing, and let it out. Discuss it, and that's it. Yesterday, I fought with my freaking cat, and I couldn't sleep. I had to finish the conversation.
See, people are having fights with their families, with their neighbors. He has a fight with his cat.
Yeah, but I had to finish the conversation, and and then we went to sleep, and that's it. Same you should be doing it, and I cannot do keyboard warriors. Yeah, it's fine. You're behind the Goku's pictures, believing that you're Super Saiyan. No,
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, you're not a Super Saiyan. You are.
Neme is saying Twitter is the worst platform ever. That's why I stopped using it. Well, Twitter, despite their absolutely disgusting, filthy, and I don't know, absurd policy towards people, individuals, everything, and organizations, it's still my favorite platform because of its design and the way it's being used. So just for your information, I'm sharing most of my content on Twitter, and I'm sharing stuff that I'm not sharing anywhere else. It's mostly thoughts, personal thoughts and stuff.
Can I say something? Can I share something?
So
after you finish.
But I really hate how Twitter is behaving like they are our elected global government, because that's what they are. Big tech is our actual presidents, not the politicians in your own countries, unless you're Poland and maybe Hungary or maybe Russia.
Can I share something?
Yep.
I don't know how many of you know that we we do marketing. I'm gonna speak about myself. Why you're
I have asthma, and sometimes I need to take a deeper breath. Sorry.
breathe with your ass. It's gonna make you feel better.
Guys, just in case you want some fresh air, breathe with your ass.
Yeah, like this.
That's the advice.
And let it.
The advice of the day, courtesy of.
So what I want to say is, speaking about Twitter and social media in general, I'm a marketing professional, and I like what I do in general. And as you see, I disappear from social media. You see on social media, I'm not very interactive. It's just because I see all this big tech, the way they behave. For example, either I support what happened, Trump or not.
Yeah, regardless of whose side you're on.
Exactly.
That it's out of question.
Let me. We'll get there. So, I really like what I do. So I specialize in SEO, and I like what I do. But when it comes of social media, I just hate it. That's why sometimes I post, I'm interacting, and I want to stay, get in contact with all of you. But then I really get mad, and I want to stay out of all these keyboard warriors. I see them, and I see all these bullshit trends, and I see let's support this and let's support that bullshit. And what the fuck is happening? Why are you talking? And why are you dressed like that? And why do you have that? And why is that the president being banned? And why do you have this power? And they're like, you know what? That's it. I'm done. I'm going back during the week. I'm doing my SEO job, and I'm working on my shit. Don't want to hear about anything else, because these people shouldn't have all this power. And they keep getting more power and more power and more power.
They are unstoppable, and they are able to censor.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
I mean, we are irrelevant to the US. Okay, we are Europeans, and we're not even British citizens. I'm Greek, he's Italian, so we have nothing to do with American politics.
I'm gonna
if-
get there.
But if
I'm gonna
big,
become British citizens at some point.
but if big tech is able to erase the existence of a sitting president,
What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, regardless of whether you like him or not, it's completely irrelevant
Is it
to what I'm saying.
irrelevant either I support Trump or not?
It's completely irrelevant.
Do you have the power to delete?
I'm speaking about the existence of that power, that potential, which is not potential, they're fully exploiting it. If
Your
they're able to
social
do
media.
that to such a powerful person,
This is scary, guys.
to basically the most powerful political leader on the planet, what can happen to us, the simple people?
Yeah.
They can just erase you from the history records, from just people will never hear about you again if they decide that you are an enemy or you're a threat. But anyway, that's just our opinion on the subject, because we support, or at least I support free speech, no matter, regardless of whether we agree with each other. It's fine to disagree, because otherwise we would be, I don't know, life would be very boring. So it's okay for different versions and different opinions to exist, as long as we allow each other to voice opinions, no matter what that opinion might be. That's what democracy stands for.
I support shit. When this banning thing happens is when democracy doesn't exist.
Yeah, I mean, like banning free speech, even if you think that the other person is a hooligan or a dickhead or, I don't know, an evil person, you still have to allow them to speak.
Anyway, whatever.
And then you can roast them, whatever, but just allow them to speak. Just don't erase them from.
Anyway,
because you can.
This American politics has been the
It's
biggest.
absolutely disgusting, and it's
either who won, either one or the other one.
They
I
made
don't care. It's been the biggest joke of history in 2020, because really, even that there is a scandal of ballots being.
Don't.
Yeah, it's.
Don't.
2020 happening
talk
like
about
that.
this.
It's like.
It doesn't matter anyway.
Whatever. It's over anyway. Anyhow.
So the point is to live with each other, accepting our differences, to agree that we disagree, and to still fight for each other's rights, to have an opinion and to be different. So and find a common ground despite all that. But it's like, if I do not agree with you, I will not order the mafia to erase you from the neighborhood, because
No, we'll just call the Russian to cut your legs.
yeah, it's like,
It's the same. It's a bit different.
yeah. Anyway, this is bullshit, and we are definitely sure that you're sick and tired of hearing about this.
Yeah.
So just in case, so let's speak about something nicer, actually. Just in case you haven't been on social media the whole week, we announced something that last week we could just hint at in our previous live stream. We just announced that we actually have a gig confirmed. It's going to be an online gig, which is both good and bad news. It's bad news because it's online, but at the same time, it's good news because it's online. So it's not going to be a physical concert, but at the same time, all of
put
you,
it up like this,
all of you,
it looks like a dick. Because this.
I'm announcing something good, and you are speaking about dicks. You see phallic symbols everywhere.
You see that?
Okay, it's a white dick. Eso?
I will put it down.
Okay. Put it down. Genitals are supposed to stay covered. Go. Leave it there in its cave. And at some point, we need to get some form of proper microphone for these live streams.
Yeah, something that comes from up.
So I was saying that, yeah, it's a good thing that it's online, because all of you can join, and I think it's I think it's for free. It's called Virtual Anime and Gaming Convention. Wow. It's organized by the Anime League.
Wow.
They are a UK company and they're hosting a variety of different anime, gaming, and comic conventions throughout the UK. So they kindly invited us to perform. I don't think there's going to be any more music apart from, I think we're the only musicians
The fuck I know.
performing. So the event is going to be, I think, a 3-day event full of, they're going to have other guests like voice actors, seiyuu, and other people of the industry. So I believe it's going to be entertaining. And we're going to play a concert of like 45 minutes. It's going to be on the longer side.
What's about the news?
That's going to be February the 27th. That's a Saturday. So just mark your calendars in case you need the link. I posted it recently on our social media. It's one of my latest.
February the
27th. Or if you're
27th.
subscribed to our newsletter, I did send a newsletter today. If you're not subscribed to our newsletter, very bad, and you should just
Hey,
check the
don't be a prick.
the
Go and
description
subscribe.
the description of this video. You're gonna see the master link, and there is a link to subscribe to our mailing list on MailChimp. What?
The master link.
It's a master link. What can I say?
Master my ass.
Okay, master your ass. It's a master his ass link. Okay, can
Yeah.
you bring me a chewing gum? Please. Blocks.
I don't have them.
Sam is so easily distracted. Yeah, that's ADHD for you. That's what he he has. He has ADHD. Are you offering me your used chewing gum?
They are down there, Sophia.
Did you chew it just with your teeth or was any other body part involved? I can never be sure with this guy.
Okay.
Can you give me one of mine?
No! You're gonna stink of cinnamon.
Give me one of mine.
Fuck not!
Give me one of mine.
Catch.
Eh?
Not with your eye.
Eh.
Not with your eye.
What is this? Mint. Peppermint.
Bubblegum.
Bubblegum. Papa! For real it tastes like bubblegum. I was not expecting this. It tastes like bubblegum. It's like I'm back in this. You know, my favorite chewing gums, which is the useless information of the day for me. My favorite chewing gums are cinnamon and very, very hot ones that they burn your tongue. So these kind of chewing gums, I can find them only in Greece. So whenever I'm in Greece, I just buy 50 packs and I bring them here. Because here in the UK, apparently they do not like cinnamon chewing gums. And I cannot find them anywhere. So this reminds me of something. Sophia, is your head better? Yes. My head is better. And yeah, I don't have ab anymore. So hopefully I don't have any scar either. I didn't check, to be honest, but it was okay. But thank you very much for asking. I love you guys. We love you too. Some is screaming like bad children. Exactly. What are you playing there? What are you playing there? There's a crazy candy shop at Angel in London. They might have cinnamon shock chewing gum. I don't know that. Might be worth checking. Well, I still have my at least 20 packs left from my cinnamon chewing gums, which are fantastic. And also, so the show we're gonna do is on the 27th of February, and on the 27th of January this month, which is like in a few days, my newest collaboration is getting released. I recently collaborated. For those of you that did not hear it already, I collaborated with the Japanese female band Fate Gear, and I sang one of their songs in English. So they are releasing the EP, which is called "Scars of My Life," "Scars in My Life," something like that. On the 27th of January, it's gonna be available everywhere, and I'm definitely gonna link to it on my profile. So yeah, 27 January, new release, some new singing from me, and 27 February, our first gig of 2021, which is not bad at all. And whenever Paul is able to travel from London to Reading here safely, we're also gonna do the other concert that we had to postpone, my 10-year anniversary concert.
Traitor, come to Papa.
You know, she's meowing, but she's like, okay, va bene. Do we have any other news? I don't think we have any other news.
We could give them a spoiler.
What spoiler?
10 songs of a new songs of a new song of from a mobile.
Of 10 songs?
10 second from a mobile
Go ahead.
with the keyboard I'm talking about.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't have anything on my
On
mobile.
Messenger you have it.
Ah. I don't.
The version.
The one that
Paolo
Paul
sent.
sent. There are. Live chat. Sorry.
You say this is
A wild vanilla
you
appears.
play it next to here.
That's right. This is Zimo. Kitty. Kitty. Sam, do you like The Used? The band The Used.
Don't know them actually. Wait, how do you write? Did you write?
The Used.
They used.
Like I used something. The Used.
No, I don't know them.
It's a standards 2000 something American band, kind of emo-ish, like in that umbrella.
I might know songs, but I'm a disaster with names, guys.
Some likes emo music. I like some stuff like when emo.
Not only.
When emo came to be, I was completely taking the piss at the emo people, the style, and not the style, the mentality that came with the snowflake mentality. It's like whiny and oh my god, the world is dying, and I'm dying with the world because I chipped my nail or something.
I don't like just emo, Sophia. I listen to many things.
Nobody said that you just like that.
But I specifically.
But I appreciated some of the music back then, like Panic at the Disco, for example.
Which is one of the bands that I don't like at all, for example.
Or Kill Hannah.
Which I dislike.
Or okay, whatever. I mean, I had my lots of emo bands in my.
I don't like emo specifically.
Playlists.
I like
American rock,
punk pop rock.
Yeah.
And sometimes there are some emo songs that pop in. Emo is a bit too crime pussy for me.
What's going on here in the band chat? Okay, and how can I play? I don't know if I can play the MP3. You arrange it.
You push play.
Okay, it hadn't loaded yet. So guys, we're going to give you a spoiler about one of our new songs. We've never showed it to anyone before. And that's going to be song number 1. We don't have any title yet. but we're very excited about the new sound, and definitely sounds more aggressive, and I'm very happy with it. Fatal Fee, who is working on the keyboards as always, he's doing an incredible job, and Sam and Paul are doing an incredible job too. So
Ready? You tell me when to stop.
I
Okay.
don't tell you, you take responsibility for stopping because it was your idea.
Okay.
You set up the time, so you see it through. So, guys, this is some actual new material from our new album. It sounds fucking good. I mean,
You
I'm
haven't
getting,
listened to the version with Paolo.
I listened to it. I'm getting super hyped about these songs. They're they're going to be very good. And I'm very stressed, and I'm facing a writer's block at the moment because I'm like, the songs are so good. So if I do not come up with an equally good vocal line, it's going to be a disgrace. And I don't want to do anything quick or anything generic or anything unmemorable. It needs to be something that stays. So I'm very harsh with myself at the moment. I'm just like self-flagellation, 100%. This is my process when writing. Can I see the
Yeah.
the comments? Sounds awesome. Thank you, guys. It was an impulsive sharing, but I'm happy we let you in on our little secret. What we have been working on all this time. Yeah, it's kind of aggressive.
No, don't leave, don't leave. Ne. Ne, leave.
So, Sam said in an interview that he graduated as a conductor from music school. What school was that? And what is his memories as far as subject matter and exams is concerned?
It is Giuseppe Verdi. It's classical music. What was the question? Let me reread it.
Seriously? Just what school was it, and what are your memories,
Giuseppe Verdi, and my memories
Giuseppe Verdi, where is it?
is in Torino.
Because people are not.
There is also one in Milano.
But which one did you go to?
It was in Milano and Torino. It depends. I graduated in Milano, and my memories was
you graduated in Torino.
the exam was Milano.
The exam?
Yeah.
But you didn't attend.
No. But my memories, it's been an incredible experience learning. It's when it expands your mind, meeting lots of people that are very, I don't talk to these people anymore, but sharing their life experience and the classical music really opens.
You don't talk to these people anymore? Why? Did you have a fight?
No, but it's people go for their to choose a path.
You didn't keep contact.
No, but what I'm saying is it's people that have a vision and they are focused on that vision the same that I am. I have my vision, but classical music opens your mind so much, and the teachers they have I don't know if you have ever had orchestra conductors the chance to speak to people. They are people super educated, and they speak in a different way, guys. They see the world in really different ways. It's been a really, really nice journey for me, and being in that environment with the classical music.
Did they teach you to be that offensive?
What do you mean offensive?
Did you? That was a snarky comment.
No, Sophia.
It was meant to pierce you.
I was very nice back then.
You were very nice.
Yeah, I was
Μισό
I
λεπτό.
was just a kid.
So when you were a kid, you were very nice. So all your niceness
Sophia,
got consumed back when you were a kid, and now that you're
stop with this bullshit.
here and now
Stop with
you're
the-
being a dickhead to everyone.
People grow up and they have experience and they have things in
You-
life.
You didn't grow up. You grew old to be a grouchy old lady
Sophia, I was a naive idiot
on a
back then.
permanent man period. You were a naive idiot. So the opposite of a naive idiot, instead of being
My mom
a
always
ground-
told you that I've always been the way I am now. Okay? She's always told you that. So that's
the
it, over.
opposite of a naive idiot is a grounded, balanced person. It's
My
not
mom
a
told you
dickhead.
that I was always the way I am now, but different. Okay? In a milder way. So anyway, it's been an extreme, fantastic journey for me. And you see you're younger and you see things in a lighter way. So I would do it. I would do it again. The only grudge I have is that I would like to be a surgeon. And if
You have a grudge? You mean a hang up?
sorry, hang up. I don't know if circumstances would have been different in my life. I would have chosen a different path for myself. I have no idea, to be honest. Where I am not there, life didn't turn up in that way, so I will never know. Sometimes she enters the room, and I'm watching videos on YouTube of surgeries, and
He's absolutely disgusting.
and
It's like brain surgery. I'm like, the fuck are you watching? Like, also warn me to not look, because I'm completely intolerant with these kind of things. I'm like, I start getting queasy.
I like these kind of things, surgeries, blood, and people open.
Well, you would have been a very potent singer, but I guess the nice people in your music school taught you to leverage, to funnel that kind of destructive power into your music instead of going outside and slashing people's throats. So thank goodness for that.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe one day I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna start killing people. Who knows?
So Nora says, Sam had to hide his true self when he was young. Now his spirit is free. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Chances are,
Usually I'm the target of his arrows of bitterness and
Guys,
frustration and rudeness.
I grew up in an environment a bit like England,
A bit like Japan.
a bit like England as well. That's why I really love it here, because I understand the environments a lot. I've been suffering, in the world of the game of people pleasing, and I've been suppressing myself when you need to be polite, extreme polite. If you grew in Europe, you kind of understand this game. You need to be polite, and there is this thing that there are boundaries. You cannot answer a person in that way because otherwise it's rude. And in the north of Italy, there are also these extra rules where you need to address a person in a certain way, because in a certain person, in the third person, because you need to suppress yourself in a certain way because otherwise you're rude and you come across rude. So
Yeah, you use a polite form of Italian the same way that we have polite form in Greek, in Japanese, and in many other languages, in French, and yes, most languages on the
so
planet.
I grew up, quite suppressed.
Apart from English, I guess.
That's it. So I'm, working on my psychological factor on how to not be a people pleaser anymore, and I'm exploding slowly.
How to not be a people pleaser, and how about not being a people destroyer? You need to find a balance. Because
I'm not a people destroyer. I'm just
allow the people to decide for themselves.
I'm just saying things for what they are. That's it.
Yeah, and how how would you like it if people came and said things the way they are about you,
It's fine.
and they caused you existential crisis?
It's just
If they told you harsh truths about yourself.
acceptance is key. I will suffer, and that's why I have suffered in the past. I had to accept the truth of what it was. Fine.
Yeah, but you can say the truth to someone without injuring them and without.
That's why I'm working on the assertiveness. Okay, I'm not going to
Thank God
my
you're not
workplace
working on
and
it.
saying you are a jerk, or I'm not coming to fans and saying to people you're all assholes, or there is no reason to say to fans they are assholes, but I'm not going to random people and say you're asshole. I'm saying, look, I don't like you. Okay, that's it. It is as simple as that. This is being assertive. That's why I talked about the tests before, and I said that's why, and I pierced. Okay, that's being assertive. You chose how to, and not saying you know what, you're a bunch of liars. This is being attacked, and this is being aggressive.
Both of them are in the same category of
No,
being
that's
rude.
being assertive.
It's just rude and more rude.
No, Sophia.
Assertive is 10 notches down.
No, assertive is choosing the way. Because I'm studying, Sophia, and I'm doing psychotherapy on it.
Are you seriously talking to me about something I've been studying all my life?
Yeah, but you're not studying
seriously? Apparently, he knows everything.
Don't know everything.
Well, so I will borrow this space and share with you
your fairy balls.
My balls. I don't know if you can see them. Probably you cannot. So I made some form of terrarium inside here that kind of fails hardcore. So this is a jar that contains water, a coral that it fell, and I need to fix it. And it contains some green living plants inside that they're called marimo balls. They have a Japanese name, and you can find them in rivers and lakes, I think, of Japan and Siberia, I think. Some other places around in Russia. They are found in a couple places in Europe, but usually they are something in Asia. So they live and they expand if you allow them to, if you put them in a bigger jar. And they look very nice. They are very low maintenance to take care of, and they are cheap to buy. They grow and they multiply, so they give birth to others if you give them the space, obviously. And if you have an aquarium, they make sure that you don't get moss, like kind of they keep away the green stuff from the aquarium. So they're kind of nice, and I bought quite a few. The package had 8 inside. I've had them for like 1.5 years now, but I haven't found the ideal vase to create a very nice terrarium. But anyway, they're cute. Yeah, they're very low maintenance. You just drop them in cold water, and you change it every week or 2 weeks, depending. I mean, I've certainly forgotten them. Even for 3 weeks, nothing happened. And supposedly you take the marimo ball and you share them with friends or family or someone that means a lot to you, because the marimo is kind of a sign of forever. So you share this piece of
like
forever with the people that matter. But they're so nice. Why do they sound like bullshit? You're so nice. And supposedly you need to tickle them with your finger because they enjoy being cuddled. I don't know about that. But since it's a living being, and we know that flowers love music, for example, or being talked to, I assume that these fairy balls, they feel the same.
What? Cunelli. No! No, Cunelli.
I was the same, Sam. I totally understand how you feel, Diana says, about the sentiment that you expressed before. Last on crime. Sophia is the serious human being and the guy is the abstract, strange musician. Well, not exactly, actually. Sometimes we switch. I love you guys. Music, greetings from Mexico. Greeting to Mexico.
Hello, Mexico. Send a burrito, please.
That's what I was about to say. Greetings to Mexico and your food.
Yes.
Special love from me to your food.
Send a burrito. I'm hungry. It's also dinner time. You're going to order dinner.
There is a great Italian shred guitar player by the name of Francesco Fareri. Do you happen to know him?
No.
Who is he and what kind of music does he play?
Yeah. There are many.
I really
Vanni.
do hope when all this pandemic ends, someday we can see you live in Mexico City.
Hopefully.
Amen to that.
Where I can eat your amazing food and get a burrito.
Many burritos.
With burrito con carne.
Hey guys, Vanilla was here just a minute ago, but now she went back there to sleep.
Vanni. Vanni. Get the brush.
The brush. See.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
So this brush is gonna attract her back.
Vanni, I have the power.
I have the power.
Vanni.
Like in Thundercats.
She's ignoring me.
Who is old enough to know Thundercats? It was
Vanni,
a collaboration of
Don't be a bit.
Japanese
Guarda.
of Japanese and Western
Vanni.
cartoon creators back in the 80s.
Shut up. Vanni.
One of my favorite shows.
Shut up, you.
Stop.
Vanni.
Dai, she's coming for her kitty spa.
Vanni.
It's a kitty spa time.
Dai.
Ah, kitty spa. See? She never misses a brushing.
Oh, shush.
Oh, shush. What is this? Some mentioned that he likes pop punk. He should try Ultima Nivel. It's a Romanian band.
Okay. I will give them a try.
Never heard, and sorry if I mispronounced it. Your voice like this was very fun. What, the stupid voice that I address my cats with? It's like it's like kind of a default human reaction when people talk to animals. Usually they're not gonna address them like a bro. Hey dog, come. You know, they're gonna be, hey doggy, come here.
Vanni. Shut up. Shush you. Hey, you shush.
I want to talk to her.
Talk to my ass.
Hey, do not expose my kid here in the out in the open.
Shush.
Can you stop?
Shush.
Ottinane. Do you remember Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons?
You know what's your job?
No,
Take
never
this.
never heard. Ma, can we stop this bullshit habit? It's disgusting for people to watch. Can you discreetly
No.
put them on the side?
What's my job? The hair.
What? I didn't hear you very well. Sorry if we broke your eardrums. What? What? I cannot hear you. What? Well, I swear that this cat is louder than the average kid between, I don't know, 2 and 7 years old. My God. See what we have to deal with on a daily basis here in this house.
The other day I had to feed her with my mouth, with my hand.
Thank God it was not your mouth.
I was ready to do it, to chew it.
Thunder, thunder, thunder,
And put here.
thunder, cats.
Sì.
Exactly.
Guarda che faccio. Qua sotto il collo.
Van is such a hedonist. Yeah, definitely. She's super spoiled, and any chance that she gets to be more spoiled,
She's not spoiled.
she gets it.
She's not spoiled.
She's the spoiled.
Guarda.
She has a white privilege.
She's not spoiled.
White privilege.
She's not
Like
spoiled.
literally white privilege.
She's not spoiled.
Um
She's my kid.
I saw the Cartoon Network version of Thundercats like 10 years ago. I don't know which version you watched, but if it was not the 80s one, you're missing out. You should look up the 80s version. It's fantastic.
Honey. Sus.
Especially Mamra.
These Thundercats. Sus.
Headphone users, my heart goes out to you. Absolutely. Sorry, guys, if you were wearing headphones, you have been screwed by Vanilla's shouts.
We can have a second round for you guys.
No. He's kind of the definition of what's called high shred guitar playing, arpeggio cascades, and intense technique.
Wow.
He has published important technique instructionals. Yeah, that might be a guitarist that you like. And his name was... trying to look for it. His name was...
If you're into techniques stuff, there was
an Italian name.
There is a bassist guy that he's quite cool, guys, here in London actually. He's
Francesco Fareri. Well, that's the guitarist we're talking
Oh,
about.
well, look.
Ma can you stop with this shit?
We
E basta. I
we
mean,
could advise
it's
to watch,
disgusting, and not everybody likes cats here.
Alex Lo,
Alex.
Alex is
He's
pretty
an
cool.
incredible bassist.
Alex Lofoco.
Yeah.
He's incredible. He plays very nicely.
It is a Jerry Anderson show that bought the series Thunderbirds. What's Thunderbirds? Hey! Basta, eh?
She wants on the head. That's why she's shouting.
I hope the post-80s Thundercats version weren't altered. Well, I'm a purist, so unless it's the original.
What's your opinion? she was biting. What's your opinion? Eh? What's your opinion? What do you have to say about this? Nee, papa. No, I need to keep. What?
I think we're making people
No, she's gonna leave because she wants her treatment. Nee, papa. I will treat you.
Now Thundercats has a version like Teen Titans Go. They ruined my childhood. Yeah. I mean, I refuse to watch the new versions of Thundercats. She-Ra. I've heard so much cringe shit about that. And I cannot.
I
I'm a
read that she's
purist.
gender fluid.
Original or GTFO?
She's gender fluid.
Who?
She-Ra.
Good for her. The first mew scared me. Cazzo è? Ma che cazzo è? Che cazzo fa? My God, the happiness. The happinezza. I may not have headphones, but that did hurt my ears. Very sorry about that. Let's not do this again.
Sorry.
It's disgusting. It's not funny anymore.
It's not supposed to be funny. It's I need help.
Okay, just put it from the other side and throw it. I mean, it's disgusting.
Don't shout at me. I'm helping you.
So anyway, guys, how have you been in general? Like, you are free, like we always say, you're free to share your story with community, because we have a very nice community of people.
Give me the sticker. Rob,
What?
Give me the roll.
A very nice community of people in our fandom, and so I believe you should feel safe to share your stories or your frustrations,
Yeah, guys.
or if you have a specific problem that you need advice or
With
opinions on, just feel free
yeah,
to type it in the box, and we're gonna talk about it
yeah,
without judgment and without fear. Like
yeah,
honestly,
absolutely.
just feel free,
Feel
because
free.
we are here for a reason. You know, it's not just about us; it's also about you.
It's about you,
It's about all of us.
about
So
all of us. I repeat what you said because it sounds smart, you know.
I'm bored, missing live music. Yeah,
Not even style.
I think all of us are missing live music, and I think we're gonna keep on missing live music, like live music.
You know, to be honest with you, and let's be realistic, guys. Let's give up on 2021. Let's think about end of 2021. And this is what, for example, we are working on. Being a small band, you know, small, whatever size we are of a band, and think realistic as 2022. This is more happening, you know. So 2022 is happening.
Make this disappear.
What? Yeah, sorry guys, I'm cleaning myself. I'm full of hair. Um, so 2022 is most probably happening, and maybe end of 2021. So if you are thinking of going to see a concert, probably this is gonna happen.
Well, I believe they're gonna start rolling out a certain amount of concerts gradually, but that's not going to be earlier than late 2021.
October, you know,
Yeah, I think it's
October
going to, if we
2021.
are lucky, and if we're lucky,
We are working probably. Who knows if it's gonna happen for October?
we are definitely. We might have mentioned it, we might have not, but we are definitely working with people behind the scenes to book lots of concerts for you, for directly for 2022,
Yeah,
and some for 2021, but
who knows?
probably will not happen. Maybe if it's like October or November, maybe they will happen. But
2022, maybe it's
we
gonna,
have
hopefully, yes.
we have semi confirmed a handful of dates for various, and we're working for other continents like Asia or the US.
Yeah,
Let's see what happens, but at least we know that we're doing our best
yeah,
to come and meet you actually face to face.
yeah, and yeah, and you know it's gonna be the war of the bands.
Now that's
because-
going to be fantastic, because like everybody's sitting on new music and everybody's sitting on new tour dates. So as soon as the green light, as soon as people get the green light, everybody's gonna want to tour at the same moment, and that's gonna be a bloodbath for us, the small bands, because you know the big sharks are gonna go touring, and they're gonna say, "You screw yourselves."
Yeah, because the big sharks they live on music.
Yeah. Whereas we are the dickheads and we are having day jobs.
Well, to be honest, even the big bands probably they got a job by now.
Yeah, that's the point, because they want to tour for a living. Well, whereas the pandemic forced everyone to go get a job. And that's as a frustration, you know, coming down from your high throne as a fully established musician, that you make your music 100% from you make your living 100% from music. It should feel humiliating and depressing, but people have to show their ego where the sun doesn't shine, and accept that that's the same for small and medium business owners and
Yeah.
pretty much every other human.
To be honest, unless you're Metallica, every other band, I don't think they're gonna make long tours. Even if you are Amarante, I think
I don't know.
because they commit to jobs probably.
I have no idea.
I think lives in general for people they have changed.
I believe that we are never going back to what we used to be, and certain aspects of our lives are forever changed.
I didn't finish my phrase. Unless Metallica, that you are a corporation, because they are big and they can make the 4 months tour. But the others, Amaranth and stuff like that, I don't think they're gonna make the.
I think Amaranth can afford. I think it's a bit smaller bands that they probably committed to a job. and maybe they're going to make more informed decisions, um, as we go ahead.
I don't know. We will monitor.
It's no good hypothesizing this and
Yeah.
that without having
It's people.
proof to back it up. So let's just not talk about it
We will
anymore.
see.
Sophia, do you watch Attack on Titan? I've never watched it, but I'm definitely familiar with it because everybody and their dogs is talking about it.
Oh, fuck me! Yesterday we started watching that movie, guys.
Is it any good?
I'm more confused than about my life than ever.
Yesterday we started watching Cloud Atlas.
Fuck me.
We have watched 2 hours and I don't understand shit.
I'm tempted to stop watching.
I hope it makes sense in the end because otherwise I'm going to be very angry.
2 hours of my life that I will never get back.
Okay, calm down.
Calm down.
We have watched.
I usually
tons of other
dismiss most
shit.
of the movies that she says, okay? And for one time I say, yes, why not? With this face. Yes, why not? Boom. And it's 2.5 hours or something that I like.
It's a very well-known movie and I heard that it was a good one,
And then she tells me,
based
this
on
is the Matrix of 2020. Like,
I never said that. I said that I heard from people, I quoted others that they said, oh, because it's kind of trippy and, it's not a straight, it's not a straight storyline. That's why. But anyway, whatever. Whenever we watch it, we are going to tell you what we think. But we did watch Hellraiser 1 and 2.
Hellraiser.
And yeah, definitely the movies are fucking dark. Like, dark. Like they are super gothy and really dark and twisted BDSM kind of fetishes. Not very well written, but the concept is fantastic and I really enjoyed it. So Nimi is saying, currently I'm waiting to finish the first semester. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
And to whoever is studying or trying to achieve to pass any exams and everything, good luck, because I fully acknowledge that it must be very hard studying for anything at this point with so much pressure from so many sources. So
Yeah,
I
of
really
course.
admire you, and I'm really rooting for you guys. So Andrew says, I recorded the new episode today of the Japanese podcast Ota of the Round Table and gave you guys a shout out about the streams. Oh my God.
Amazing.
If you tag us on Twitter, I would be very happy to retweet.
On Twitter.
By the way, congratulations about the new podcast. Because I
indeed.
think it's a new thing that you did. And good luck with everything. Diana says, had some rough weeks. I moved back to my parents' house. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Very sorry to hear
Started
that.
occupational therapy and decided I have to stop with my school because of my head.
Oh,
You're still not okay with your head? Is it that story that you had, that injury a while ago? I'm sorry that you're going through difficult times, but at least moving back with your parents
gonna help.
can feel comforting,
yeah.
being under the family roof and everything. And wish you a speedy recovery,
Yeah.
inside and out. Nora says, I just hope there will be a little freedom at some point, so at least we can just sit in for tea with a friend or visit a national park seaside. About that,
Nobody's giving a shit.
I
here in
have a
England.
few things to say.
Yeah.
I have a few things to say. I wish for the exact same thing, okay?
Yeah.
I want to hop on a plane, go and see my parents. And like you say, I want to sit in a cafeteria with a friend, or just, anywhere with a friend to sit for a cup of tea. But I also see the way people behave. At least here in the UK, people have been... And what was that?
Advertisement.
Or what?
Even foolish, she was looking at me.
It sounded like a fucking sonar. So people have been up to a point desensitized. Like in the beginning, with the lockdowns and everything. Whoever was not afraid during the first lockdown, during the second lockdown, they took it a bit more seriously. But right now, people have been desensitized up to a
Yeah.
point, and they are showing growing resistance and disobedience to government advice. So I don't believe we're getting out of this shit anytime soon.
It is incredibly
see-
fantastic.
I see groups of people, like young people
I
specifically.
see dead people.
Well, I see that people. Yeah, you could say that too.
No, it was a movie, Sophia.
Thank you. I didn't know. I see probably in the near future dead people. So bunches of young
Hopefully
people
not.
hanging together like in huge groups, like 5, 10 at the same time, like 20-year-old boys or girls. Like literally yesterday, there were just two groups of girls walking down the street
Yeah.
opposite, and they recognize each other. So one goes and jumps into the arms of the other. It's like, oh my God! It's like social distancing 101. You're not supposed to be doing that. Didn't give a shit.
And
So I don't think we're getting out of this anytime soon.
it is fantastic, we have, like many other countries, I don't know, here in England we have 1 hour of exercise per day, so we have a walk, and you can just see people at the park bringing their kids, and there is a mass of kids around. So you see the parents around, then there is the playground, and you see what, 20, 30 kids all together.
It's absurd.
Let me finish.
50 kids.
I didn't finish, so don't talk. So you see the parents all around, gathered around, not social distancing, so all around. A mass of kids, not social distancing, all together
mass.
like this.
A mass.
Like this. So you see, it's fantastic like that. Parents, they are, and the playground is, has has a protection, all around. So it's, I don't know how to say this. I will try to say it, working with the assertiveness. So it's like parents open the doors, shoving the kids inside. Off you go, off you trot, go spread it. Close the door.
Go be a good spreader.
Oh, spread it.
Go brew it.
Spread it.
Brew the new
Play. Did you spread it? Let's go home.
Let's go home. Let's kill your grandparents or something.
Just in case, because here in England we have the new mutated version that goes, just, like the optical fiber, twice, 3 times faster. Off you trot.
Am I the only
Did you
one?
spread it? Did you spread it?
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Off you trot.
Let's brew it.
Off you trot.
Let's join our collective bacteria, and then let's go home with renewed powers. So someone is asking, am I the only one that isn't a big fan of Metallica? I hate them.
You both piss off.
I really dislike the music and any thrash metal. I literally cannot
You can shove it.
listen to that.
You can just shove it.
I really dislike thrash metal.
I don't like thrash metal, but Metallica are Metallica.
I dislike most genres of metal, to be honest.
And let me guess, you
Unless-
like Iron Maiden then. You're one of those.
I like Iron Maiden.
There you go.
Because they have very catchy melodies.
Boring.
In general, I dislike heavy metal because it sounds very. It smells of armpits, unwashed balls, sweat, and abused leather, and I don't know, socks with holes in them. So I really cannot
Metallica, they don't think of
stand
that.
heavy metal. They do.
They don't.
But Iron Maiden, I really like. I really appreciate Iron Maiden. Anyway, I dislike most genres of metal unless they are experimental or they have something that doesn't make them sound like a copy of Nightwish or a copy of every other band that
Nightwish
happened.
created the genre.
Eh? What?
Nightwish created the genre.
Okay, and who disputed that? Which genre did they create? Symphonic metal? Or at least that kind of operatic symphonic metal?
Yes.
Yeah, they did. Who disputed that? Nobody. I'm just saying that personally, I don't like most metal apart from bands that have been experimenting and going beyond the fermented sweat under the pits and everything that I just described. And yeah, for example, some of my favorite bands, my favorite band um, is Anathema, that lately they broke up sadly due to COVID. That was very sad. And also one of my favorite bands is the old The Gathering, was when Aneke was around, and also the old Amorphis, Sentenced, Catatonia. Um, yeah, pretty much. Opeth. That's my kind of metal band. That's what I like. So
if I need to go old, I would go for White Zombie.
White Zombie.
Then I would go for Rob Zombie. If I need to go to really old, I would go for Metallica. I would go for Ozzy Osbourne. If I need to go modern, I would go for Offspring. Old modern, I would go for Offspring. Some 41. Bad Religion. More Offspring and Bad Religion.
Bad Religion. I remember MTV in the 90s.
And
Manulla, they were playing them.
Of course, I would go for Pennywise, guys, but Nickelback all the way. And don't start with the thing that
They will roast you.
I don't give a flying fuck. You can go shove it. Nickelback all the way. I mean, I've seen Nickelback in their first tour with Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi sucked.
That would have been a nice tour to watch.
Yes, Bon Jovi sucked and Nickelback.
How much did they suck?
Sophia, he couldn't fucking sing.
Okay,
you know?
But I mean, it's to be expected because from a musician that has been touring for his whole life.
Yeah,
but at
Sophia,
least it was the band.
It was the complete thing.
I mean, the sound of the band should have been tight, wasn't it? I'm sure that
the
they
whole
were performing
show
very well.
was supposed the big thing, and Nickelback kicked, and the band still kicks. That's it. Nickelback is a big deal. That's it.
Long story short, you're a very big fan of Nickelback.
Yeah, and I seen them quite a few times, and it's a band that goes. And then Paramore all the way. Sad that split up.
Paramore split up?
Of course. She's doing the Cyndi Lauper whatever thing she's doing. She became whatever hippie she became.
Whatever hippie.
And
I've been practicing social distancing before it was popular because I don't have real friends. You and me both. Well, I do have acquaintances and friends, but it's just usually I don't meet people much. Yes, young people are big spreaders. They think they would have not be affected, but when they take the virus home to their parents die, then what? Nora, I do not believe that they have enough conscience to think that far. And I'm holding them accountable because these people are tomorrow's leaders, tomorrow's CEOs, tomorrow's family men and family women. If family as a term doesn't get banned because it's not inclusive enough. But that's a different kind of conversation. That's not going to happen right now because I'm going to...
What do you mean?
I'm going to freak out.
Never made it as a wise man. Some will understand the lyric.
Didn't know people were resisting tyranny in the UK. I thought everyone was loyal to the state over there.
You're not reading the...
No, they are not loyal at all. If they were, probably we would have been out of lockdown right now. Visual kei is a Japanese music style. My favorite. Actually, that's my favorite kind of music.
It's a genre that is not a genre.
It is.
It's a combination of a mess.
It's a combination,
And
yes.
they are imitating the glam rock of this.
Can you
this
calm down?
assertiveness.
Yeah, can you calm down? There are people from all around the world watching this. Do you
Watch her, don't watch me.
do you really want to say shit? Visual K, it's an original combination
Original.
of everything and anything ever imaginable, to the point that it sounds original. Yes.
Yes.
They mixed everything so perfectly that they created a new thing. Wow. I mean, there are two different things to say that, okay, this genre sounds a bit like this, a bit like the other thing, but it's a different thing. Like, listen to the Visual K, because it's a package of looks and music,
Uh-huh.
and when you see it, you know it.
Uh-huh.
You know that it's that, and it looks and it feels original, even if you know that this thing that I'm watching or I'm listening to is a mix of 50 different influences.
Uh-huh.
So that's why it has my respect.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it so much because it really encompassed everything and anything I've ever liked.
Wow.
Yeah. Sadly, that's why the pandemic is still on in Britain. Exactly.
And in the rest of the world.
So many bad situations, need to get through this. I'm a parent too, and so many bad examples around. Paul, I fully understand. And I was speaking about it with my cousin today, that because he was asking why didn't they shut down playgrounds. The point is that small children, they are full of energy, and it's impossible to to keep them behind closed doors, because they want to play. They will take down the walls of the house if you try to keep them in. They have so much energy gushing out of them that they want to spend it somehow. But my point is, it would have been okay for every parent to go somewhere, but gathering all together in the playgrounds, I don't think it's a very wise move.
Unless they put, the army on the streets, then nothing's gonna happen.
I would be very happy if the army was deployed, because people would actually be forced to abide by the law. Nocturnal Bloodlust, Kizu and Medjibray. All of them sound... No, Medjibray sounds a bit old school. Kizu, I think they are one of the newest bands, and they also sound a bit old school. Nocturnal Bloodlust, they are typical American metalcore. I haven't spoken to them in a couple of years. We used to hang out when I was living in Japan. Iron Maiden is my favorite band ever. Sorry, Sam.
Happy for
I'm a
you.
very big fan of Bruce Dickinson.
I'm very pleased for you.
I'm very pleased for you.
Assertiveness.
I like Iron Maiden too. My teacher told me about them during religion class. Right, I remember somewhere in the early 90s, mid 90s. I'm sorry, mid 90s. I'm saying bullshit. That was early 90s. I was in church. The friend of my mom's friend, sorry, she took us to the church, and we were like sitting upstairs, and they had a small bookshop inside the church, and they had those standard graphic books about the the evils and woes of rock and metal music, and I read it, and I was like, my God, this is interesting. AC/DC, Iron Maiden, oh my God,
Very interesting.
with the vinyls
Every
that if you play them
possible-
backwards, it's...
That every possible band in the world was making decent productions, and the British bands, they were unable to make a decent recording.
This was the style of their production. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the sound they liked.
No, this is their approximate lifestyle. What they
Can
abide.
you spend 1 minute of your life without insulting someone?
I'm speaking the truth. I'm here to speak the truth. I am so sorry you all get offended. I speak the truth. Are you gonna tell me that all their records, they really sound fantastic? I'm not talking the quality of the song. I'm not talking about the fantastic singles they've wrote. I'm talking about the level of the recording. No, they
Can't
sound
believe it.
like they recorded in a room with a frying pan, frying eyes, and having, a pub chef frying eggs in the corner with their fucking beans, or the guy puking in the street. Experiencing England. That's it.
Well, I guess
You're experiencing the experience of England.
well, I guess in that case, the artist has been successful in their mission because they gave you
England.
a good summary of their cultural background.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Probably.
So I see that as a success. And personally, I've been hating on American music for a very long time because I found the productions very polished, and I enjoyed productions that sounded more amateur, but more pure. Like that's the spirit of the music they encompass was more pure and more original. So I found that over polished productions, they didn't capture me as a fan. You know, as an artist, I go with polished productions.
Yeah, because you work with me.
I would have gone anyway for polished productions because I would not present my main band. I wouldn't present my main band with less than a certain level of production. I mean, if I made a side project, like for example, one of my personal dreams is that at some point, one day, I'm gonna sing in a very dark, very old school Visual K band as a side project that probably nobody will ever listen to. It's still a dream of mine, and that production is gonna suck a lot, but it's gonna be very enjoyable to do. It's kind of a guilty pleasure, okay?
It's very easy to make
Don't listen to it.
sucky production. Most of Japanese productions.
I will
they
mix
suck.
it myself. It's gonna be shit. Who cares?
Most of the productions suck.
I also argue the order of vaccinations feels like only the elderly and orphans will remain at the end. Can you imagine?
Tabula rasa.
Tabula rasa, yeah. We're all gonna be dead, and it's gonna be the elderly and the orphans inherit the earth. And cats inherit the earth. Sounds better. Sophia, if you haven't checked them out, maybe you will like The Covenant with a K. My God, they are one of my favorite bands. They really made me accept the electronic elements in metal back then. Thanks to The Covenant, I came to love electronic metal. If I'm playing the genre I'm playing today, it's partly because of them. Thank you, Animatronic. I drink water to your health. It's one of the best records ever made, in my opinion. I never get tired, and they are an incredible band. I really love them, and I think I'm gonna go back and listen to it again. Sadly, their last album was in 2003. Yeah, I know they haven't been active. By the way, where the hell is Hellhammer? What is he doing? Are Arcturus still active? I have no idea. Because I got so preoccupied with the Japanese scene, I completely lost contact with the entire Western scene.
As usual, when the Japanese scene comes in.
I love Japan. Can you stop judging me? You love Nickelback. Did anybody shit on you for liking Nickelback? Let me love my Japanese music.
No, but I don't get lost in it.
You totally get lost in it.
No, I don't.
Not too long ago, I was watching a random video and an advert randomly came up with How the Story Ends MV. We targeted you well.
That was fantastic.
That was fantastic. What do you think about Kill Switch Engage?
Not bad at all.
I'm not very proficient in their music, but I don't mind listening to them. I just said that I don't just listen to Asian music. It's just that it's my favorite. Speaking of band breakups, have you heard that Marco left Nightwish? Yes, I saw that one and I felt very sad. To be perfectly honest with you, I really dislike symphonic metal. I really dislike power metal. I dislike the songs of Nightwish. But I have a crazy respect for all those musicians up there who created the framework for what we are enjoying right now, even if we're not playing the same genre as them. And I really felt for what he said. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what happened. One of the, I think he was a founding member, and definitely he was a very basic member of Nightwish,
Of course he was.
like a very iconic, even looking iconic character. So he left, and I spent some
the
time and
singers,
I read what he wrote, and I really felt it because from our tiny chair right here, we have experienced a lot of shit in this industry, and I cannot even imagine that these giants that Nightwish are, what they had to go through. And if they had to go through all that shit, were treated by Spotify and all those people in the music industry who are pulling the strings, if they were treated like shit, what kind of hope can we have?
Yeah.
So I really felt for him. I fully respect his decision. He's going to be sorely missed because he really produced a great amount of work, and he essentially, they established a school of music because everybody and their dogs are copying Nightwish and have copied Nightwish. And I do hope that he's going to be able to take care of his mental health, because I know that he, due to COVID and lack of touring and everything, he had a lot of time to stay and think about what really matters in this life.
Yeah.
And I fully agree with him, and I would never, even if I had the chance, I would never go to be a fully touring musician, like making a tour of 2 years or 1 year or
You
6 months.
cannot risk your
I would
life
never,
like
I would
that.
never do that. It's a very tough life. It's that your living standards are like this. You live like a beggar. You
What?
live, you live like in a place like this with poor hygiene.
For
And
what? To make someone else rich, to make Live Nation rich.
yeah,
And when a pandemic happens, what's gonna happen?
nobody,
Spotify is telling you, you know what? We need to increase our percentages, and your percentage needs to go low.
right?
And Live Nation need to say, oh, I'm sorry, a pandemic happened, but tough luck. We need to decrease your percentages. We need to protect our directors because they need to preserve your job in order then, after the pandemic, our directors need to preserve the job. So later you're going to have tours. So what?
If you survive.
If you survive. So what?
So because of
So
that,
because
one of my favorite bands that created history, Anathema, they split up.
So
I
long
don't know
story
the entire
short,
story,
all
but
the
that's what they
time
said.
artists they're gonna dig up their ass. So.
And I find it extremely annoying that no government gave a shit to musicians as a
apart
help.
from Trump, that got banned on Twitter.
Mr. Lepto, how do you know that Trump gave money to musicians?
Trump created, I forgot how it's called.
I don't know, I'm asking.
I forgot how it's called.
Was it a fund?
No,
What was it?
He made, he signed a deal. I forgot how it was called, Sophia. He signed a deal for musicians.
For the pandemic.
No, before the pandemic, as soon as he started.
We are speaking about the consequences of the pandemic.
No, but in the beginning,
He
when
signed a deal about something like copyright or something.
Yes.
Which was an incredible thing that he did.
Yes, it was just an example that it was the only politician that gave a fuck about artists. Just an example.
True. In Flames, yeah, that's a good band. I used to love their first albums, like Oracle.
I don't listen to In Flames.
The first albums, I remember listening to them when I was in high school. They were incredible.
I don't listen more, to European stuff. I listen more towards more towards American.
Sam
stuff.
is acting like me during math class. How are you acting during math class?
What do you mean?
Great references, Sophia. Most innovative bands came from Finland. Some are from Sweden, except by you guys and Volbeat. Yes, when we speak about Europe, usually Finland and Sweden are the main producers of high quality bands.
Also
Sometimes
UK.
mm, the UK usually likes different types of bands, but yeah, on a second level, we have the UK and Germany.
Yeah.
Um, da-da-da-dum. I learned to drive for Iron Maiden. I learned it here in the UK, and my instructor was an old metalhead. That's a very interesting story.
Wow.
Whenever I seem stressed, he put on some music. Good. In Romania, boomers want to ban rock via an online petition. What? In Romania, people want to ban rock music? Is that what you mean? Zombie Sam fits better with Grave Digger's music.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And anything power metal, speed metal, totally Sam's thing.
I think we need to watch the time.
Yeah.
And also, it's too late to order dinner. And I will hate you forever.
Can you order for yourself? I have food. Animatronic is one of the best albums ever. Yes, I agree 10 times over. Um, the first Covenant track I heard made me laugh so hard. New World Order. Yes. It didn't make me laugh so hard. I found it touched me very deeply. The entire thing, I always listen to animatronic from start to finish, from intro to outro. It's an incredible album. And probably you laughed because of the black metal vocals. But they had a fantastic style back then. So, your thoughts on the Bernie memes? I mean, it was funny when they posted a picture of Bernie Sanders sitting there, but in general, I believe that it's distasteful, it's tasteless, and it's disrespectful to kind of familiarize with political figures and use them for kicks, or use their names or likenesses, their pictures and stuff for kicks, or as a target for your darts, figuratively. I find it completely people laughing at Bernie Sanders, people laughing at Donald Trump, people laughing at, I don't know, Justin Trudeau, people laughing at I don't know, the Kim Jong Un, if that's how he's called. Like people like familiarizing with political figures as if they are your fucking uncle. Like, just show some fucking respect. They are not your uncle, they are not your friend. Just treat them with respect, like you would treat every other adult. So I did find the memes funny, like the first couple of times, but then everybody and their dogs did it, and I'm like, guys, he's not your fucking uncle. Shut the fuck up already. I mean, and I'm saying this without knowing the first thing about Bernie Sanders apart from his name. And I think he ran for presidency. He was a candidate, right? A couple of times. I'm not very educated about this. Arcturus are still active. I had no idea. Is hell hammering them? The lyrics of the song New World Order are so fitting today, despite being written in 1999. Yes, they are. And this is why I really love that album, because I thought it was very well informed. Not exactly prophetic. It was like people knowing their shit, so they knew what they were writing about. And the proof is that we're living it. How would you guys compete with gaming music industries? With gaming music industries? What? What do you mean? Like Riot, Supergiant Games, Capcom? For sure, I would love to make a synchronization, or I would love to compose a song for one of these people, because we love video games, and our songs are definitely influenced by video game music.
Yeah.
So would absolutely love to be part of a game. This doesn't seem like a tiny chair, more like a throne. Yeah, it does. I love it.
Yep.
But it was like a figure of speech. Interesting that you don't like power metal, but you do like Maiden, who some consider the progenitors of power metal. Well, it's true what you're saying, but Iron Maiden, they have incredibly catchy melodies. I don't like every single song, but in general, their general body of work, I find it impressive, and they have incredibly memorable and beautiful melodies, and all the concepts that they came up with. I'm just really enjoying the catchiness aspect of what they do. So, early power metal, probably Halloween, Stratovarius. Right. It's just, I enjoy a couple of songs by Stratovarius, for example, but that's it. I cannot do anything else. Devil May Cry soundtrack has been great.
Fuck
Even
me.
the DMC one, yes, absolutely fantastic.
Fuck me, the first one.
Very good.
Well, very good. You don't know the first one. You haven't played the game.
I have listened to the soundtrack.
The first one. No.
People were speaking about the soundtrack. Ta-da. Sorry, guys, I'm just catching up. Thank you so much for writing. I'm just trying to catch up with what you're saying and address almost every question, as many as I can. The quality of the stream is getting bad. Is it the same for everyone else? Oh, shit.
It's just because I'm using the internet.
Can you stop using the internet?
Stopped.
It's probably gonna go better now.
Okay.
Buonanotte, ragazzi. Oh, I didn't realize that you were here. Buonanotte, Italia.
Buonanotte, Italia. So we also need to switch off.
And Sophia, yes, Hellhammer is still the drummer for Arcturus. Good. Hellhammer is cool.
Also need to switch off because probably now the battery is going down because it's around the 2 hours.
I was a second wave to curse my internet. Okay, good.
It's about the 2 hours now.
Yeah. So, guys, I believe it's time that we let you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yep.
We don't want to be boring, but today we had a lot of things to talk about.
Yes.
Especially because last week we made the live stream a bit shorter. And sorry about that. But yeah, next week we're definitely streaming again. And you are absolutely disgusting. You are absolutely disgusting. You're absolutely welcome to join us again next week. Same hour, same place. And yeah, hopefully we're going to play some next time. And what the fuck is this trash?
You want my socks?
No. No, I don't want your socks, thank you. And I don't want anything with spikes. Okay, Bo.
I'll give you my socks.
No, I don't want your socks.
They're my socks.
I don't want your socks.
They're my socks.
I said I don't want your socks.
They're my socks.
Is this a fetish of some sort? Just asking.
Piss off.
Piss off. Okay, guys. So Sophia got socked again. I mean, I don't know how many. I don't know how many.
She hasn't yet.
And the only socks that you're wearing is, I don't know, 12 pieces of 12,
the Grinch.
12 pairs of the Grinch that I bought you from Primark. And yeah,
Yes.
he ends up wearing just socks of the Grinch, nothing else.
I am the Grinch. You got sucked.
A sto diavolo. Stop. So thank you very much, guys, for your love and dedication and for attending those live streams.
That's it. You're speaking too long. I'm gonna cut you off.
Stop.
I'm gonna cut you off.
No.
I'm gonna cut you off.
So good night before he cuts me off. Okay.
Cut you off.
Good night.
No.
Good night.
Bye.